Okay, Commissioners, I'd like to call to order the Public Services meeting to order November the 18th. The first item is Pledge of Allegiance. I got a flag here and we'll stand. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We need a motion to adopt the agenda.
Moved by Kleinfeld.
Supported by Romano. How about the roll call?
Oh, I apologize. Let's go back. Let's do the roll call. I apologize. Mike, you want to lead us with that?
Yes, thank you, Commissioner Romano and Myjack. We'll start with Chair Smith.
Chair Smith attending remotely, Clinton Township, Macomb County, Michigan.
And Commissioner Duge.
Attending remotely from Warren, Michigan, Macomb County.
Commissioner Sauger. Commissioner Kleinfeld.
Commissioner Kleinfeld attending remotely from East Point, Macomb County, Michigan.
Commissioner Romano.
Commissioner Romano attending remotely, Sterling Heights, Michigan, Macomb County.
Committee Chair Myjack.
Commissioner Myjack attending remotely from Sterling Heights, Macomb County, Michigan.
Commissioner Carabelli.
Commissioner Carabelli, remotely, Shelby Township, Michigan, and Macomb County.
Commissioner Brown.
Commissioner Brown, present, Washington Township, Macomb County, Michigan.
Commissioner Kraft.
Commissioner Kraft, present remotely, Chesterfield Township, Macomb County, Michigan.
Commissioner Lucido. Commissioner Leonetti.
Commissioner Leonetti, present, Harrison Township, Michigan.
Commissioner Haw.
Commissioner Haw attending remotely, Roseville, Macomb County, Michigan.
Commissioner Drolet.
Commissioner Drolet attending remotely, Macomb Township, Macomb County, Michigan.
That completes the roll call, Chair.
Great, thanks, Mike. Okay, so back item number 3, adoption of the agenda. It was moved by Kleinfeld, supported by Romano. Please vote. You there, Mike?
Yep, the votes are just registering, and that passes 11-0.
Okay, I didn't have it. That showed up on my screen, but oh well. Item number 4, approval of minutes dated October 24th, 2020. Need a motion for that, for the approval of the minutes.
Move approval of the minutes by Romano.
Moved
by Brown.
Supported by Carabelli, I believe I heard. Please vote.
That motion passes 11-0.
I haven't received any votes. I haven't received votes on my screen. FYI.
I'm sorry. Again?
I haven't seen the vote icons come on my screen for the last 2 votes.
Either. So for those of you who cannot vote because of the screen, give a verbal aye until we get that figured out, okay? Let's go into item 5.
Commissioner Myjack, this
Yes,
is Michael.
sir.
Just real quick, for the commissioners that joined on earlier, we had to walk through this process. For you and Commissioner Brown, you may just want to select the agendas button up at the top of the screen. Make sure you left the previous meeting and then join the current meeting.
I did that already 2 times. It didn't work, but that's all right. We'll figure it out. So
Yeah, I
we'll go on
joined
to
it earlier. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Don. We'll go on to item 5, public participation. Anyone from the public wish to address this body, please give us your name and address for the record. You have 5 minutes, and you can talk about only on the items pertaining to this agenda. Anyone from the public? Anyone from the public?
Yes, my name is Matthew Woods.
Hello. Hi, Matt. You have 5 minutes. Give us your name and address, please. Thank you.
My name is Matthew Woods, acting as volunteer counsel for the Macomb County Republican Party, located on 39099 Grove under the party chair of Mark Fortune. A restaurant just contacted us and let us know that they were to threaten that if they did not close their business, they would receive a citation for $7 and get a forced lockdown, even though there's no evidence.
Matt,
Yes?
I'm sorry. Here, my jack of the committee. I have to stop you there because this part of public participation only pertains to items on the agenda. What you're talking about, as I understand, does not pertain to the items on the agenda. However, Matt, you will have a chance for public participation at the end of our agenda, item number 9. You will have a chance to talk about any subject you wish, which would be, I guess, the subject we were talking about now. Okay?
Okay, but wasn't there an item about sewage being tested for COVID?
Looks like item 6A, metering sites, CARE Acting funding. Yes.
Okay. This is more of a general complaint about enforcement. I guess that would not pertain to your agenda item. Is that correct?
I believe so. I'm trying to follow the rules. I'll allow you to speak on anything now, but the rules are what they are. So if you can just hold off, Matt, it shouldn't be too long till we get to item number 9. Okay?
Very good. I'm happy to do that. Thank you.
Tight. When we get to item 9, I'll call out for you on for item number 9. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other members of the public wish to talk about only items on the agenda? Anyone from the public? Okay, so seeing no one from the public, again, hang on there. We'll get you on the public participation at the end of the meeting. We'll go on to item number 6, department recommendations. We'll start with 6A, which is COVID. And this pertains to the Public Works Office. Brian, you here?
Yes, I am, Rob. Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Before I call on you, can I please get a motion and support for this item, please?
Moved by Kleinfeld.
Support Hall.
Great. Moved by Kleinfeld, supported by Hall. Please go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, so this is the last step in our CARES Act funded early warning system for the sewage, COVID sewage samplers. The samplers have already been installed. You approved that. This is $11,000 in warming units for the 7 above ground sites in Clinton Township. So it's the next step with the colder weather coming through the winter. We can keep the samples from freezing, and as we continue to sample. Thank you.
Any questions for Brian on this item, Commissioners? I don't see anybody wishing to speak. Anyone wish to speak on this item? Okay, seeing none, we do have a motion in support. Please vote.
That motion passes 12-0.
I vote yes, Mike. I didn't get a chance to vote, so please add my yes vote to that. Thank you. Item passes. Commissioners, we now have items B through G. Why don't we maybe take the road projects? I believe that would be B. Oh, geez. Let's take maybe B through D. Is that okay, Commissioners? Or if you wish to pass them all, a motion for B through G, that's in order as well. I'll open up the floor.
E through G is receive and file. Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, these
Support.
are not file. So, Veronica, did you want to make the motion to approve B through G?
I'll do B through D because some of them are received and file.
Very good. So we have a motion, B. Joe, did you?
Support by Schauger. Outside your ministerial scope.
Okay, is there support for B through D? Veronica made the motion.
Yes, Sagar supported.
Sagar, very good. Okay, we have Brian here. Brian, you here?
Yes, Commissioner Majek. Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon. Make some comments on these before we vote.
Yes, all three of these are standard MDOT contracts for 3 different projects that we have ongoing, and not ongoing, but in proposal. So the first one is a traffic safety project that involves upgrading of intersections, 8 locations within the county, and upgrades to 21 locations in addition as far as signal modernizations. The second project is a project in City of St. Clair Shores, Harper Avenue, from 8 to 9 Mile. That is some repairs that we're doing in conjunction with the city, receiving 80% federal funds for that project with a 20% local match, with half of that being us and half of that being the City of St. Clair Shores. And then the third project is siding installation along North Avenue between 26 Mile to Boardman, which has a 90% federal funding participation with a local 10% match, which we will be covering. So seeking approval of those 3 state contracts, MDOT contracts.
Okay, I don't have anyone. Any questions about these 3 items? Any questions on B through? Okay, seeing none, we have a motion. Please vote. My Jack votes yes. Mike?
That motion passes 12-0.
Great. We'll go on to the next item.
Mr. Chair, I move that we receive and file items E through G. This is Commissioner Drollat.
Point of order, we cannot receive and file E. They're requesting full board approval at this meeting.
Okay, so Leon, I'll call on you to receive and file items F and G. First, we're going to take care of item E, please.
Excellent.
Motion to approve item E.
Okay,
Kraft.
moved by Kraft, supported by Harold Hall. Any questions on this item?
Yes?
Go ahead, Veronica. I see on here on the list. Go ahead, Veronica.
All right, so my question is, we have a full board meeting tomorrow. So why are we doing a bypass today when we got a meeting tomorrow?
Crystal, you there?
Yes, so we were informed by Roads that this could not, actually they wanted bypass before today's meeting, so we put it on today because we had a meeting, but maybe Brian can answer why it can't wait be on today.
Yes, and Commissioners, as you can see, which was information that was forwarded as far as the background of the time frame that we are looking for. Unfortunately, we have certain fiber projects that we are moving forward with over the next few years. And with the schedule that was laid out from our traffic department, the project engineer, with the outlay of design support that we need from WSP, there is a need to get them underway as soon as possible for design services. We have a need for support of the design of this project so that we can get it under contract. So as can be seen with the information and the timeline, we're trying to get this out so we can get those support services for design.
So 24 hours was an issue.
I knew we were trying to get it on earlier, Commissioner Kleinfeld. This was the meeting that was put on today, tomorrow. Like I said, we requested it earlier, and this was the earliest possible agenda item that we could get it on as far as a meeting. So.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Next on the list, Commissioner Brown. Commissioner Brown, did you want to speak?
I'll pass.
Pass. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions? Seeing none, we do have a motion. Please vote. My Jack votes yes. Mike?
That motion passes 11-1 with Commissioner Kleinfeld voting no.
Thank you. Item F, D, back to Leon. Leon, do you want to make a motion to receive and file?
Yes, receive and file are fine for items F and G, I believe.
Is that
So I
supported
move.
by Boucher?
No support.
I believe I heard Andre's voice. Seeing no questions, please vote on the receive and file B or F and G, please. My Jack votes yes again, Mike.
That motion passes 12-0.
Thank you. Item number 7A and B are two correspondences. One is from Candace Miller and one is from Chesterfield Township regarding the draft master plan update. We need a motion to receive and file.
So move, Hall.
Moved by Hoff,
Support Romano.
supported by Romano, and please vote. My Jack votes yes.
That motion passes 12-0.
Thank you, Mike. Item number 8, commissioners, new business. Any commissioners with new business? Any commissioners with new business?
I have two things real quick, Chair.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so the first one is obviously after that last meeting, there was a question with regard to the hearing of the public. If most commissioners will remember, we used to always do the bylaws ourselves. 4 years ago, it was done by our attorneys. It wasn't brought to the board. And then 2 years ago, we attempted to go through them line by line and redo them, and we were unable to finish. Commissioners got a little antsy. So I'm really looking forward to redoing the bylaws again. I do believe that there are so many people that cannot give their address. It's important to know what city or township or county so that you know if there's somebody that's within our county. But so that's one of the things I'd like to clear up. And then the other thing is we had a brief discussion on the amount of people we all know that have COVID. I would recommend to everybody to get a pulse oximeter. They're under $30, and they let you know if your blood oxygen level is getting too low and you need to get to the hospital. And I think each and every one of you should have one. Thank you.
Thank you, Veronica. Any other commissioners for new business?
Commissioner Majak?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Brown.
Thank you. There's related to COVID, the recent executive orders recently issued that are causing hardships on many of our local businesses to operate. Some are some bounced back somewhat after the closings earlier in the year, and now some have been told that they have to close or only operate carry-out. It's causing a lot of hardships. I'm hearing from many of my business owners in my district and quite frankly from other people around the county that are reaching out to me wanting to know what the county's position is with regard to enforcing these orders. Is Macomb County open for business, or are we enforcing the regulations that forced upon them, or are we not? And it's my understanding that our health department is not actively enforcing those edicts, and because typically they don't have the staff to do it for one, but they just simply aren't. So I think we need clarification from the administration as to where they're at. I know that our executive's been very forceful about the vagaries of the rules and orders and all of that. And I think so there's some confusion there as to what is Macomb County open for business or are we not? And maybe we can get clarification to the administration to communicate with all of our businesses what it is Macomb County will do and won't do if they decide that if they choose to stay open for business. So I'm not asking for any action or reaction. I'm just offering that out there, and I'll be reaching out to appropriate channels to see if we can't get some clarification on that regard, because we all have our opinions on what we think of what's going on, and I personally think it should be a right of individuals to choose to weigh the risk whether they're going to go out and do business in a particular facility based on a variety of factors, including their own personal health, and shouldn't be something forced upon them. But I want to know whether the people again are asking me where Macomb County is. Are they going to be punished if they decide to remain open by Macomb County government? Not saying anything about the state, but Macomb County government particularly. So that's all, Mr. Chairman, and we'll probably work on this a little bit more as time goes on. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Any other commissioners wish to talk under new business? Any commissioners under new business? Okay, we'll close that portion of the agenda. We'll now go on to item number 9, our last item before adjournment, and that is public participation. Anyone there from the public? I know we had, I think his first name was Matt. You have 5 minutes to talk about any subject you wish, and you have to press *6 to unmute yourself.
Very good.
Public.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Very good. I'm going to get some clarifications on that. The counselor named Don. Make it very clear the Macomb County Republican Party is requesting that all businesses defy this unlawful lockdown.
Can I get your name and address for the record again, please?
Yes, sir. Matthew Woods, currently headquartered at the Macomb County Republican headquarters at 39099 Garfield, Michigan, 48038. The party, I'm speaking on behalf of Party Chairman Mark Fortin. His number is 810-459-1744. Okay, I'll continue with the comment, and then I'd like to read the cease and desist into the record, please. A restaurant has just contacted our office stating that they were threatened that if they do not shut their business down, they will get a citation of $7,000 and a forced lockdown, even though there is no evidence at all of any violations of COVID infections. And this is done by a health officer. Now, we're not clear if it was done by county or state. That will be clarified. In light of the unlawful order deemed unconstitutional by the Michigan Supreme Court, it called the Whitmore's actions deemed tyrannical, and that this is an unlawful order, and we encourage all businesses to defy this unlawful order. Even though she issued it to the health department, there is no enforcement, and the sheriff's already said they will not enforce it. They would have to go to legal restraining orders, proof of anyone has the virus. But this threat of locking down a business of $7,000 is scaring the crap out of businesses, and it's causing tortures and interference, which will be stopped. And coincidentally, the timing of this unlawful order interferes directly with the election. These particular 3 weeks she posed is now interfering with the Board of Canvassers, the certification of the election, and filing of time and election challenges pending certification. We believe this is not a coincidence, and you should make note of that to make sure you do not participate with this, with your actions. You need to stand down any actions of enforcement against any Michigan citizens or by any Macomb resident by any of your departments or sub-department will be challenged, and any harm caused to them may place you all in legal issues for you as well individually. And I'll read now this cease and desist to you. I'll read it into the record, and I'll submit it tomorrow. Addressed to the Macomb County Health Department, Environmental Health Department, and your board. You are hereby noticed to immediately cease and desist in any torturous interference of any business or private individuals in Macomb County or in the state of Michigan due to an unlawful lockdown order issued on this Wednesday, November 18th, midnight by Governor Whitmore. Whitmore's lockdown orders have been unequivocally ruled unconstitutional by the Michigan Supreme Court, deems her actions as tyrannical. Whitmore's indirect order through the NDHHSS and any of your agencies is widely overbroad and unconstitutional, and no individual or business has a duty to follow an unlawful order, which we are recommending them to do, and we want Macomb County to stay open. Therefore, any attempts of any form of enforcement of health or licensing violations against any Michigan citizens will be deemed violations of, and if your counsel is there, have them write down this code, United States Code Title 42, Section 1983. which would deem your actions as torturous interference and deprivation of rights under the color of law, which is outside the scope of your ministerial scope, leaving you individually open to private civil lawsuit as individuals and leaving your assets vulnerable to attack for the harm you've caused to any businesses through any of your agencies or sub-agencies. You were reminded that you have an oath to the U.S. Constitution and to the Michigan Constitution to protect the rights of Michiganders. Therefore, from Mr. Fortin, thanks you for your urgent attention to this matter. Okay, that's the end of my statement. I know you're not allowed to speak, but you are allowed to ask questions, and I'd like to know if the council has any questions for my statement just made.
We can't debate you, sir, any type of back and forth. What you said we do have in the record. If you have any type of questions you'd like to ask, our staff people will get back to you.
Very good. I'll be submitting this. Where is the place I submit this document to?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Well, I have the cease and desist. I'll have the signed copy from Mr. Fortin. How do I submit that into your agency? What's the best way?
Yeah, you could find that can go to the email of our office, the Board of Commissioners, or the office of the County Executive. Let me see here if I can get, I really don't like to debate right now, but you can go on the county website, sir, and you could find I would find the email for two offices, Office of County Executive, Mark Hackle, and then the County Board of Commissioners, which is us. So
very good. I would be happy to do that. To let you know also, we have the letter submitted to all businesses, the letter submitted to the Michigan Liquor Control Commission. I'll also be sending a letter to you, Mr. Hackle, and to the Sheriff Wickerson, letting him know he has no duty to follow unlawful order. And there is a lawsuit against the Michigan by the Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association. I hope you're informed of that lawsuit against Mr. Robert Gordon. So just we want to work with you guys. We want to make sure that Michigan remains open, and hopefully this gives you all some guidance as to our feelings on this matter.
I have the emails here for you, Matt. If you just hold here, thank you, Patty. Just gave the emails. So there's two emails. One is BOC admin, BOCADMIN at macombgov.org. Okay.
Okay. Very good. And who do we address that to?
You could address that to Patty Dibb or Patty is our chief of staff. That's fine. And then the executive's office email is simply executive at macombgov.org. Executive
Could you repeat it again? I missed the first part.
The Board of Commissioners email is BOC admin, ADMIN at macombgov.org.
Okay. Is it Macomb.gov or Macomb.gov?
Macomb.org.
Okay, .org. Very good. Now that I have that one. What was the second one? The second email?
Executive at macombgov.org.
At
macombgov.org.
Very good. Thank you very much for your help.
Safe. Okay. Any other members of the public wish to address the body? Anyone else wish to address this body, please press *6 to unmute yourself.
At least you're not running off somewhere for
third and final time. Okay, so we'll close that portion of the agenda, Commissioners. Adjournment. We need a motion by, I believe. I got the motion by Duje, supported by Drolette. Please vote to adjourn.
Okay, but we got to let Drolette have the last one tomorrow then.
All right. Okay.
No, I need to earn it.
You got to earn it.
That motion passes unanimously.
Great. Everybody be safe. We'll see you tomorrow for the full board meeting, okay?
What was that email address again?
Where were you, Leon?